what kind of coach do the Giants need to stop this coaching carousel that we've seen over the last decade plus?
A good one.
Yes, that would help, Mike. A good one. That would help.
See, here's the thing. People want to say, well, get an experienced coach, get an experienced coach. Guess what? When Bill Parcells was hired, that was his first head coaching job in the NFL.
That's a good point.
Everybody who's been hired was hired for the first time. Sometimes that's Tom Landry and you wind up coaching for 35 years. And sometimes it's Joe Judge and you wind up, coaching competently for maybe 3 games. Look, if it was easy, everybody would hire a good coach. And that's the thing. Everything about Shane and Daboll screamed that this was a great, inspired choice. And let's not forget that in their first year, what ultimately might doom them is that they were so far above expectation. They were 9-6-1. They made the playoffs. They won a playoff game. I mean, they were so far ahead. If the Giants had started that first year 2-14 and then progressed, I mean, things might have been different. I mean, look, we're not talking about 3 bad years in a row, and it's hard for any coach to survive that. But you add into the fact, the mix here, that they both had such early speed. And Daboll's first game as a coach, he was treated like a savior because he went for 2 at the very end of a game in Tennessee. Remember that? That seems like about.
I remember that. Yep.
That was only 3 years ago, and but that's the nature of it. So to answer your question, look, if there was one guy I could say hire, yeah, I'd love to say that, but I'm not that smart, because I don't think a lot of people are that smart. Sometimes you got to get lucky and hire the right guy. Who thought Bill Belichick was the right guy after his tenure in Cleveland and his first year in New England? Nobody did. Look what happened there. So these things are they're hard to predict. Obviously, if you hire an established coach, and like Denver did, with Sean Payton, you have an idea that they're going to know what they're doing, but there's no guarantee there. I know that one of the hot names now is Lane Kiffin. I love Lane Kiffin. I think he's a terrific coach. I think he needs to stay in Ole Miss because he's got a kingdom there. And that includes all the other great, big-time programs that are going to be begging for him to come over the next couple of weeks, in addition to whatever pro offers he might have. But, let's not forget, Lane Kiffin didn't exactly set the world on fire his first time in the NFL either. That was a long time ago. But you never have any. You just never have any guarantees. I know people want to say, don't hire a coordinator this time. But who knows? Maybe you're going to hire a great coordinator. Andy Reid was a coordinator once.
It's true.
He worked out okay.